Oh yeah, got it. Excellent. I'm working in the shop today, and check this out. I've got Buckshot George in the shop, and it was no small feat getting it in here. Let me show you what's going on. This tire over here has a slow leak and isn't doing real good. This tire right here totally blew out when I rolled it down off the trailer. These sidewalls are all rotted and cracked. The first thing I need to do is get this thing on some good tires so I can move it around. Over here in the garden, I've got these tires that came off of the XJ, and they're the right size, but they're not the right lug pattern. I don't mind swapping out the tires with my manual tire changer, but I have a real hard time breaking the beads. I've been using this old farm jack. I put it in the hitch of the big diesel truck and I use it to smash the beads, but it's a ton of work. Sometimes I have to rotate that tire 8 or 10 times before it'll totally pop the bead off. I should probably just buy a proper tire machine, but that's not what I'm gonna do. Today I'm building a bead breaker. I know there's a popular style that clamps onto the rim and you use an impact gun. I don't like that because if you've got nice wheels, it scratches them up. I want to build one that won't touch the wheel, kind of like they have on the side of tire machines. But I want it to work with my floor jack. All right, this is how I want it to work. There's a flat base on the bottom. Then there's a pivot point that sticks up right here. And then there's some kind of bar that goes over here, then way over here, and then like a shovel piece that'll push down on the tire that sits in here. So I can roll the jack in right here, push up on this end, and it'll push down on this end. I want to try and use all of this stuff right here and avoid buying anything from the store. I think we can use that. And I think some of these. This is what I found to work with. I probably need a little plate too, but this will be a good start. It's probably gonna be a little bit heavier than I wanted, and that's just what happens when you're trying to use up your scrap. I made a cut list for all of these. I'm gonna start measuring them out and chopping them down to size. I want to cut a couple of these at an angle. I can show you later why, but that's where this saw is awesome. All right, that should do it. Beautiful. All right, I got most of my parts cut out here, and this is kind of how it's gonna work. When we jack up on this end over here will push down onto the tire. Over on the ends of these will have to be a shovel, like a big flat piece that's kind of rounded on the end, a little bit curved, that'll push down around the rim. And down here I need to build some kind of a platform for the jack to stand on, so I got a couple of big flat plates that I need to chop out. I'm gonna go look for some steel. Oh yeah, right here. This piece is gonna be good. I picked up a new saw to chop these plates. I'm just putting the blade in. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a lot more saw than we had before. This is supposed to catch all the metal chips. I've never used one. We'll see how it works. Ah, there we go. Look at this beast. Oh yeah, okay. See how we do. This thing is a beast. We're gonna be putting it to work. There's my plate. That looks good. I'm almost ready to tack this thing together, but I want to drill all the holes first. I'm gonna drill all these holes out now at a 3/4 of an inch because that's the size of the bar that I have for my pivot point. I love the speed control on this thing. You just crank this handle over while the spindle's running and it dials down to whatever you want. I've got it set at like 290 right now, which I think is as low as it will go. I'm just deburring these holes a little bit. That'll help the rod go in and out smoother. My bar is 3/4 of an inch and it's fitting really good in the hole. Nice and tight, but it still spins. All right, this is ready to start going together. So I'm gonna get it laid out here and then we can tack. Okay, I want it to be nice and square. Too bad. Okay, these pieces need to fit right in here somewhere. This is where I get to find out how good my alignment is. Oh wow, not good at all. That's not even close. We're gonna have to cut one of these tacks. All right, this will be a good little mess up fix up here. Maybe I should weld it together with this in place. Try that again. It'll go in and out now. It's a little bit tight, but not too bad. That'll work just fine. All right, let's try it with these. Oh yeah. So here's how it works. The jack will push up on this side, and I need to build the shovel piece that'll go on this side and push down on the tire. On this end, I'm just gonna have a bar that goes across. This right here, we'll put that in there, and we'll just push up on the bar. Now this bar is kind of rusty. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. Okay, we'll try this again. That's better. So here's how it works. Up, down. I made it kind of tall, so it'll hold a huge tire, like a 42 or a 44-inch tire. I can always drill some holes and make some adapters so it can go lower, but I wanted to make it handle the biggest tire I might ever put in here. All right, I want my shovel to be wider than this, maybe like 1 inch on each side. So we'll make the shovel 11 inches wide, and maybe make it like 4 inches wide and 11 long. So we could probably use this piece right here. All right, this is it. It's gonna fit in here, but I wanna curve it a little bit. I want it to be kind of rounded like the shape of the rim. So I'm gonna hammer on this for a little bit. I'm gonna knock off these sharp edges really quick first.
It's 3 o'clock. I thought you might want your AG1.
That sounds great. And this is the perfect time to tell you about today's sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a clinically studied daily health drink that combines over 75 vitamins, pre and probiotics, and a blend of superfoods into one scoop.
AG1 has become part of our afternoon routine. Both of us tend to hit a wall between 2 and 3 p.m. and feel tired and not motivated to keep working. We've been drinking AG1 in the afternoon and feel a much needed boost in energy. Don't just take our word for it though. 97% of participants in a research study felt more energy after 30 days. AG1 has now introduced AG1 Next Gen, featuring upgraded probiotics and added vitamins and minerals for an even better formula.
Now is the best time to give AG1 a try. Get started with AG1 Next Gen for less than $3 a day. Just head to the link in my description or scan the QR code right here. You'll also get $76 of free extras when you subscribe, including 5 AG1 travel packs, a shaker, a bottle of vitamin D3 plus K2, and a metal canister. Here's to a productive afternoon.
Cheers.
Get a little curve there. This is a 15-inch wheel, and you can see it's a little bit tighter radius than my shovel here, but that's okay because I want to be able to use this on 17 to 20-inch wheels as well. I'm going to round off these corners a little bit, and then I'm going to put a piece of like 3/8-inch bar, whatever I have, on this edge here so it doesn't puncture the tire. Okay, there's a round one. That's what I started with. Okay, I want my bar here to match the shape of the shovel, so I'm just gonna bend it in the vise a little bit until it's pretty close. We're good in there. All right, that ought to do. I'm gonna leave it a little bit long so I can wrap it around the edges. I'll just hammer them out after I weld them. Okay, this is it. This is the shovel piece. This is the piece that's gonna do all the work. It's curved, it's got this nice bar on the edge to protect the tire, and it's gonna smash the tire down and hopefully separate it from the wheel, break the bead so I can remove them on the tire changer. The shovel's got to attach right onto here, and you can see I didn't really shape these. I didn't like do a compound miter cut because that's just kind of complicated. Instead, I've got these little gussets I'm gonna use to fill these gaps. These little pieces right here, these are actually scrap pieces from the angle grinder kits. I have tons of them, and they're gonna weld in here. Look at this, right in here like that. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. It's time to tack this piece together, then I can pull things apart and bomb all the welds in. For the back end of this, I think I've changed my mind. I'm gonna pull out this bar and stick in a piece of tubing. I think it'll be stronger. Yeah, there we go. I've got everything tacked up now and I'm ready to weld. This thing is mostly welded together. It's still cooling off, but I'm too excited to try it. So I'm gonna get it on the floor over here. We'll throw a tire in there, get the jack on it, and see what it does. Okay, this is the setup. I'm gonna run the jack up on this end and it should press down right here and hopefully break the bead. Okay, definitely not enough movement there. I'm gonna try and lower this down to the next hole that I've got drilled out on this and see if that'll do it. Trying this again. Oh yeah, much better. That worked great. I would say that was definitely an easier tire to break the bead on. We'll see how it does on these old, rotten, crusty tires in just a minute. I gotta try another tire just for fun. Okay, this tire right here fought a lot harder, and I'm thinking I might need to redesign the shovel a little bit. I'm gonna break down the other two tires, then I'll decide if I need to modify this thing. I used the bead breaker to break down all 4 of those tires, and I'm not really loving it. I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. I thought the problem was maybe the design of the shovel, and I could probably make it a little bit better. But I think the real problem is, my pivot point is so high that as it comes down, it pulls in and it slips away from the bead of the tire. I think my pivot point needs to be way down here so that it drives into the tire and pushes into the bead as it's coming down. I'm gonna try and do some major modifications to this thing, a really big mess up fix up, and then I can try and break down the tires that are on Buckshot. I've only got it tacked together, but this is looking a lot better. As it moves down, it'll move in towards the rim, and that should stop it from slipping back out. I also want to coat this in some kind of rubber, like I need to put a plate in here and some kind of rubber mat. That'll keep the tire from shifting around, but we'll do that another day. I'm gonna weld this up, and then we'll test it on these other tires. Okay, the next tire is ready to go. We'll see how this new modification works. Oh, that was too easy. Oh my. Okay, that was a good sign. Ooh, that went good too. That worked like 100 times better, but I don't know if this is the best test because that tire was flat, so it might have got pulled off the bead a little bit. I'm gonna pick a harder one and try again. This one is a lot better test. This tire is old and crusty. It looks like it's been on here for a long time. We'll see if the bead breaker can do the job. Oh yeah, got it. Yes. Excellent. Okay, this one's fighting a little bit, but that made really good progress. I'll bet if I spin it like a quarter or half a turn, it'll come off in the next try. There it is. Woo. Okay. The other tires were taking 6 to 10 tries before I could get the bead broke. These are coming off in 1 or 2 tries. That's fantastic. I think this is a huge upgrade. I'm gonna get a couple of these tires removed and switched over onto the right wheels, get them put back on the Jeep, and we can finish this job. This is the new tire that's going onto the Jeep wheel. We'll get these mounted on here and replaced. And then I've got 2 more attempts to try the bead breaker, but so far I'm feeling pretty good about it. Oh no, that's not good. It's ripping that bead to pieces. All right, hopefully that'll seat. That's not good. We've got 1 tire done here. That bead's kind of sketchy. We'll see if it holds air. It's time to get these last 2 wheels off and see how the bead breaker does on them. Oh, look at that. That one was stuck on there good. That was a good test. Broke free in 1 try. There we go. Yes, this is working great. Okay, that one's done too. This is the last test for the bead breaker. We'll see how it does. One shot again. Okay, this was the toughest tire yet, and it still only took 2 or 3 tries to get this bead broke. The way it wedges down in there is so much better than before. I would say this is more like a 9 out of 10 now. Huge improvement. There's a couple more modifications I can make. I'll keep tweaking the thing, but now it's a really useful tool. Super happy with this. I'm gonna get these last 2 tires switched out. We'll get them mounted on the Jeep. The Jeep is all back together now. It's looking good. It's a roller. I'll be able to get it in and out of the shop so I can work on it. And I have some great projects lined up that we'll be doing soon on this vehicle. I also had a really fun time building the bead breaker. I really enjoy these little fabrication projects where I build something useful. I've been wanting one of these for a long time, so I enjoyed doing this and I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have other shop projects that you'd like to see me build, let me know down in the comments. And if you would like a sketch of this, I can put something together and stick it on the website for you. The angle grinder kits are all sold out right now. I'll probably get another batch in about a month. If you're interested in those, you can email me off of the website and we'll put you on a waiting list, and when they're available, we'll send you an email and let you know. Thanks for watching.